It's Mega Money Mondays, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Who would have thought that I would be day trading options? Today I'm going to show you guys my trades that I made, day trading options in a smaller account, not a $25,000 account. And a lot of people don't understand that you can still trade big name stocks. I'm talking about Baba, I'm talking about Apple, I'm talking about Boeing, I'm talking about the big boy stocks. You can trade the big boy stocks using options to capitalize off the momentum and the overall market move. So I'm going to show you guys the trades that I made today, how I locked down over 20% gains in my account today. And I'm going to show you guys the trades, the breakdown right here in this video. So make sure you guys stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here, and today we're going to talk about what options I bought, how I bought the options, and when I sold them, and all that fun stuff. So first off, let's take a look at my P&L. Currently, I'm up $539.42. I have one position still open, but I'm going to show you guys all the positions that I had today and how it all went down. So the first put of the day that I ended up buying puts on Apple. I'll show you guys this trade here and kind of what went down. I ended up buying those Apple puts, and I paid $1.73 for those Apple puts this morning, and Apple ended up just rallying from there. So ended up just kind of getting out for a small loss this morning. Was kind of buying here at the 170 area. As you can see there, 170s there. Ended up getting out for a $54 loss there. So ended up just closing those out after getting in there at the 173s. As you can see, this chart on Apple this morning, big rally up there to the $400 area. Was thinking this was going to sell off. Ended up selling off. Ended up not selling off like we were hoping. You can see that $400 area. That's kind of where that bouncing on that options were at the 140 area. I got in a little bit too early there, and it did sell off a little bit, but I'm not sure it was going to get down to where we needed to get down to. So that was a trade there on Apple after it pushed up today. Was hoping for a bit of a pullback. Now, the big mover of the day for me on these options today would have been BABA and BA. And we'll go over the BA trade now just because it's easier and it's pulled up here, and it's already pulled up for you guys. You can see my BA trade. Ended up making $245 there on BA, Boeing, and you can see my entry buying there at the 425 area, selling a little bit there at 480, and selling the rest there at 525 and 515. And BA ended up rallying here. So if you look at the BA options now, look at these 180 options. Oh, as this thing squeezed all the way up there to $7. So I ended up getting in here on the bottom at the $4 area here on BA. The options squeezed all the way up there to $7.25. Pulling back now at the 6s. We ended up taking profit. I ended up taking profit there at the 5s and the 4s as this thing squeezed up. And I'll show you the chart here on BA and how this whole thing went down today. So BA at open sold off pretty big. It sold off from the 181 area. We had support at the 175 forming there, 175. So at that point, it's like, okay, let me buy these 180 options, these 180 calls, and see if we can't push back up there to the 180s, which it ended up squeezing beautifully back up there to the 181 area. So again, we're still trading the chart. We're still trading the chart itself. This is, this whole thing right here, this is just normal equities. This is just normal stock that we're looking at. We're not looking at the options at that point. So at that, okay, we have that idea, right? I'm trading this, like my 175 is support there. This thing's kind of forming. We get a breakout. Boeing breaks to the upside. And at that point, it's like, okay, well, I can't afford to really make any money if I just buy the stock itself. If I just buy Boeing, I'm going to make $3 maybe on like 3 or 4 shares, 5 shares, 10 shares. Not enough profit, not enough potential there for me. But if I go over to the options and I look at the options here, same, very similar, okay? Remember that 175 area was bouncing. We got the breakout. Same thing with these options. These options broke out to the upside and rallied. I mean, made the same exact move as Boeing on the day because we're just trading these. These are weekly expiries. These are actually expiring on Friday. So as of now, right there at the $6 area. But you can see how these options just squeezed right with the stock, obviously, on that daily movement. And that was the big thing to focus on here. We had that support on the stock itself at the 175 area. These options found support at the $4 area. And that was the squeeze that we got. And it ended up, like I said, it would have been a much more profitable trade if I would have held a little bit longer for that full move. But I felt pretty good locking down $250 there on Boeing today with those options plays. I think I was up like 30 or 40% at that point. Other than that, we had BABA. BABA was another big mover of the day for us. And as you can see here, this area ended up only locking down $236 there on those puts, and then ended up getting $20 on some other puts. Mover, as you can see, ended up buying those 250 puts and the 255 puts and covering most of them up there. The 255 puts got 410. The last one on those 255 puts got 420. And as you can see, ended up buying those puts there at 297. So bought the 255 puts for $2.97, and I sold them for $4.10. And yeah, $4.10, $4.20. So not bad there. We'll look at that chart as we now have seen the profits that I made there on BABA today. Let's look at those charts now. BABA. As you can see, the low here on these puts at the 240 area and squeezing up there. Got all the way to the 475s. Didn't really miss out on too much of a move there on BABA. And as you look at the chart, you'll see what was going on with the chart being overly aggressive. What do you say? I would say this is a continuation of this move here today. BABA with a nice spike there at open. So that sent those puts down in price. And at that point, it's like, all right, I want to buy the puts, because look at this overall trend. It's just been trending down there to 257 now. So still really not getting a huge move here. But this move happens on BABA. This is what, down... This is down 1% on the day, where those options that I had on BABA went up almost 30 to 40, 50% on the day. So you can see how we're capitalizing off of big stocks like BABA. This is a big cap stock, a major player in the market. When a stock like this makes little moves, we make little moves in this underlying stock, the options can make much, much bigger moves. So you get a 1% move here, right? You got a 1% move here on BABA. If you look at the options here from 240, it squeezed all the way through to 475. So that's a 50% move. So the underlying stock moved 1%. BABA options for the 255 puts expiring on Friday moved almost 50%. Well, yeah, 50% here. They opened at the $4 area, and now they are there at the 450. So we are looking for that. We had that sell. Remember, this is what's great about this, is we're looking again. So BABA rallied it open, right? It rallied it open, and then it sold off. And you can see these options for these puts sold off and then rallied the opposite. So we're still, it's like we're shorting BABA because we thought that pop wasn't going to last. When you're looking at this, you see that pop at open, and you're like, well, it's not going to hold, right? It's not going to hold there. It squeezes, and then it sells off. And it's just basically in reverse for the price on those puts there on those options. And then the last big mover and the last trade of the day is PFE Pfizer. And we're looking for a push over the 36. I'm still long here on Pfizer. And as you can see this morning, if you zoom out here, Pfizer pushing up here this morning to the 35 level, a little pullback there, and then rallying ever since. And if we go and we look at the options on Pfizer that we're trading, same idea. We ended up buying those options. These are actually August 21st calls for the 36 strike. And they are trading currently. They are trading at $1.23. Ended up buying those at 93 cents and up $91 right now. Open still on this. So we're going to let this one ride a little longer and see if Pfizer can't kind of rally into close with the rest of the market. Rest of the market kind of moving that way. So we'll see if the rest of the market can keep pushing. And as you can see here, look at this chart. I really got to figure out a better way to kind of show these options. And as you can see, Pfizer this morning pushing up. And right now looking for this break over the $1.31 area here on these options. So leverage by using options, trading big stocks like Apple, trading Boeing, Apple, BABA, Pfizer. These are all big name companies. These are all big cap stocks. Everybody trades this. There's a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of volume. And like I said, with Boeing, with BABA only being down 1% on the day, the options moved over 30 to 40% on the day. So this is what the type of action that we're looking for when we're trading options on the daily. And as you can see, locking down right now, we're up $547 on the day. And this is a small account. This is not a $25,000 account. This is a smaller account. So just want you guys to see that there are ways to make money in the market without having tons of money, without having to actually trade the underlying stocks, by using options, by using futures. There's all types of different ways to play in the market. You really just got to spend a lot of time figuring out what works best for you, what's your overall risk tolerance, etc., etc. So there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.